Hi folks, and welcome to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder here, as we've got a lot to talk about today on the show. We'll bring the coach in here in just a moment, but first let's kind of recap what happened this week for the Racers. Great for Murray State to get back home, and they started that on Thursday night with an 89-65 win in front of 4,000 here at the CFSB Center. A big win for the Racers as they kept the winning streak at home alive. And then on Saturday, hosted Arkansas State. They trailed early, got control of the game right before the half, and then held off a rally from Arkansas State, winning it by the score 66-53. And as we sit here today with head coach Steve Prohm, the Racers are 12-0. And as we tape here today, we just found out that the Racers have now debuted in the ESPN USA Today poll at number 22, and in the Associated Press poll, where they were 24 last week, also up to number 22. That should bring a smile to your face, Coach. Good week, a couple of big wins for your team. It
was good. It was, this was a big week coming home. Two tough non-conference games before we get into conference this Wednesday, and our focus was really good, especially with the Lipscomb game Thursday night. We came out, had great focus, great energy, and was able to beat a good Lipscomb team, and then follow it up with a one-day prep and beat a very good Arkansas State team. And really excited about the ranking. To be ranked in top 25 and now 22nd in both polls is a credit to our players in this program.
Well, it's been a wonderful season so far, and we're going to go ahead and roll the highlights here and take a look at the Racers against Arkansas State from Saturday night. The Racers going for their 12th straight home win, their 14th straight overall non-conference home win. And Coach, we knew Arkansas State, coached by John Brady, a wonderfully coached team. You knew they'd be ready, and this was a battle. It was a physical game, too.
Yeah, I knew they would be ready. They're a very good basketball team, picked to win the Sun Belt, their side of the Sun Belt. I knew they would come in ready to play and maybe try to control some tempo against us, and they came out and got out us, 8-4, 17-8, and put us in a position where, we hadn't been in early in games before, and our guys were able to rally and take the lead going into halftime.
You saw Dante Poole do a couple of really nice things there, including a drive and a dunk. Juwan Long got into the act, that with 10:23 to go before the half. The Racers were down, though, by 7, 17-10. But then, Coach, you start to key some things off your defense. Long got a steal. Good to see Zay Jackson knock down the 3 and cut it to 4. And eventually, at about the 7:20 mark, you got the lead in the first half.
Yeah, well, we started scoring off our defense. We got down 9. We weren't really guarding out of the gate. Townsend scored a couple baskets against Isaiah, and he had to turn up his pressure. And we were able to score off our defense and started to really lock in on that end and get some stops and transition baskets.
That was the local home roll there for Isaiah, wasn't it?
We'll take any way and get in there. We'll take that.
Well, here's another fast break, and they leave. It was Cannon in the corner over there for another 3. It was a 23-21 game for the Racers. And then moments later, Zay Jackson drives. There's Cannon again. He was 4 of 6 from three-point range at that moment. The Racers up by 3, and then ended the half on a 7-0 run. Wilson hits the 3 there. The Racers got it up to 7 with about 2 minutes to go, went into the halftime locker room up by 5.
Yeah, we were up 7, had possessions to get it up 9 or 10 in the last minute or 2, and weren't able to convert, and then kind of a fluke loose ball play. Zay lost the ball, and I was trying to get a timeout called and wasn't able to, but they were able to lay it in against a broken defense and went into half down 5.
Big night for Ivan Ask, the double-double for him, his second one or third one this season. So the Racers go into the halftime locker room up 35-30. Then in the second half, Coach, you just kind of kept that run going. There was a 14-2 run to start the second half. Cannon got a 4-point play right there as he was fouled taking the 3. And then I know you love to see that right there.
Anytime we can score off our defense, we were averaging almost right at 10 steals a game. Isaiah was able to get an easy basket, and then being very selfish, gave it back to Ed and laid it in for an and one.
And then here we see Juwan Long taking it to the baseline. Offensively, he has such a strong move to the basket. That's where he's at his best, when he's taking it to the hoop.
Yeah, guys were joking with him. Dante and Isaiah were joking with him this morning, our little mini shoot-around we have before our regular practice today, about how he always gets to the basket and gets easy layups. But Juwan's very quick off the bounce and can get to the basket and has great strength.
Well, there was a long two by Dante Poole. 12:37 to go in the game. The Racers were up 47-32, and then Cannon hit a shot just outside the lane for a 49-32 win. That eventually the Racers got it up to a 19-point game. And we're going to see a nice play here in a moment. There's Aska scoring, but then he started a fast break on with a block shot, and then Poole hit a jumper. And you're up by 19 with 9:54 to go. You would rather have finished the game, you know, staying on the gas pedal. But to credit Arkansas State, they hung in there and really battled back, didn't they?
They did. We got up 19 or 21. I think it was 55-34, and then they made a run of their own to get it within 13. And I think they even cut it down to 10 or 9, maybe even later in the game.
Got
even
it to
8.
7. Yeah, got it to 7.
But our guys were able to respond. But we've got to do a better job in that area of closing games and not letting people back in it, especially on our home floor.
Well, the Racers go on to win this one by the score of 66-53, and boy, it was just great to get back home and to have some home fans cheering for the Racers. And Murray State has, you know, really when you think about it, Coach, has become such a good road team this year, winning at places like, you know, Morgan State had lost like 8 games in Todd Bozeman's tenure there. We know what UAB's record at the Bartow Arena is, and then you take, you know, Memphis had lost 15 home games in like the last 11 years in the FedEx Forum. So the Racers have really shown that they can play well on the road, but you've got a lot of home games, and you know the Racers love to play here at the CFSB Center. Yeah,
it's good to get home, and this is a great community, and we got a great arena here, and anytime we can get here and play a home game, I'll take our chances here. But we need everybody out Wednesday night. We got a conference opener Wednesday night, and that's going to be a huge game. But it's great to be back home and have this 3-game homestand.
Well, we'll take a break. We got about a minute here before we go to the break, Coach. Let's talk about that Wednesday night game against UT Martin. Coach James does a good job with UT Martin. They've played a very tough schedule. And you know, being the OVC opener, they'd love nothing better than to come into Murray State's house and knock off the Racers.
Well, I talked to our team the other night. The records are out the window now. You know, not your overall records, but conference record. It's a new beginning for everybody if you struggled in the non-conference. And if you've done well in the non-conference, it's time to raise your level up another level. So it's 0-0 against Martin on Wednesday night. And we've got to come in here and be locked in and totally focused and not worried about getting home for Christmas until Thursday morning.
That's right. The Christmas break is coming, so the Racers will play Wednesday night here at 7 o'clock against UT Martin. That'll be a big game. We hope you're going to make your plans to be there with us on Wednesday night. So we'll take our first break here on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. When we come back, we'll go back to Thursday night's game and a big win over Lipscomb.
From the Murray State soccer team and my staff, we'd like to wish the Racer fans a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
New Wave Advantage number 17, the area's fastest internet. This is Nicole. She wants to watch her favorite YouTube video. Not so fast, Nicole. Her slow DSL connection means downloading takes forever. Nicole's tired of waiting, so she's switching to New Wave. New Wave has the area's fastest internet, up to 10 times faster than DSL. Now Nicole can surf, download photos, and stream videos faster than ever before, without the wait. Thanks to New Wave. Blazing fast internet. Another New Wave Advantage. Call today.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
Hi, folks, and welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. We're going to go ahead and roll the highlights here of the Racers' Thursday game against Lipscomb, and this was another one where the Racers have been away from home for a long, long time and looking forward to getting back here and playing, and there was Ed Daniel knocking down the three to start the game. The Racer big men, when they're called on, Coach, they can hit that three every once in a while.
Yeah, they goof around so much before practice, shooting everything but post shots, shooting half-court shots and three-pointers that they ought to make one every now and then. So we don't want to be shooting a bunch of those, but
right.
He was glad that he made that.
It was a big game. Speaking of Ed, he really played well in this game, didn't he?
He was great. Just been really proud of him, and he's really built consistency in his effort to follow up his Memphis game with a great Lipscomb effort. And even Arkansas State, his stats don't just knock you out, but what he does for us defensively and a presence around the basket is huge.
I call him the enforcer. Would you kind of call him the enforcer a little bit?
Yeah, he just, he can block a shot, he takes charges, he's a great helper. He does so many things on the defensive end to make us a very good basketball team, and he's really got a great IQ out there on the floor on both ends.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. But the Racers really knew what they were doing in this game too. We saw Dante Poole get a steal, and Cannon followed it there, and then Aska beats the shot clock buzzer with a long jumper there. The Racers are up 16-7, 13-20 into the game. Stacey Wilson hits a three there. He continues to get better and better.
Yeah, we're going to need, I keep challenging Stacey and Brandon both. We're going to need them as we go on to continue to get better. They've got to get better. And one thing Stacey can do, he can make shots and he can score the basketball.
And then here we see the Racers just playing the great D again. They get it out to Wilson, and he scores for a 9-point lead, 27-18. And then move ahead to about 3:20 to go before the half. The defense just really got going in this game. There's another steal. Aska gets the finish there. And then you're going to see yet two more steals here before the half, Coach. The lead went from 6 to 18 in just a blink of an eye. It was a great way to finish the half.
It was. I thought Thursday night, I thought there was great energy in the arena. I thought the fans were great. I thought our players played with a really great sense of passion and pride and a purpose about themselves, and we were able to get easy baskets and transition off of our defense.
Well, the Racers went into the halftime locker room up 45-29. Right before the half, Dante Poole hit a three there. That came with 1:17 to go. Poole finished the night with 7 points, but the Racers just really had all the momentum going into the halftime locker room. And then, Coach, in the second half, it just seemed like you kind of kept that going. There was another 18-0 run. I think Lipscomb maybe scored a couple of threes at the start of the half, and then it was another just blitzkrieg of steals and dunks. I mean, it was just amazing to watch.
Yeah, we gave up 2 threes to start the half, and I think they cut the lead from 18 to 12. Or, I think, yeah, because we were 16.5, we went up to 18, they cut it to 12, and then it was a 20-0 run, I think, looking back at the notes, or 18-0 like you mentioned, and that really just put the game away. And our guys' energy was great. They really played together and had a lot of fun.
Well, the fans certainly had a lot of fun in this game too. It seemed like the players were just feeding off the fans' energy as well, and that can happen when you're at home. But these are just good defensive plays, Coach. I mean, it was just good ball pressure like you preach, and then it was almost like our guys were playing defensive backs over on the edge, and they were jumping the passing route and just picking them off.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we want to play. We want to be great on the ball and be active in passing lanes, and you make people guess on the offensive end. And we've got an older group out there on the perimeter, and then Zay Jackson is the one young one, and he's a tremendous defender and really starting to sell out on the defensive end.
We saw Cannon get the steal on the slam there, and then Latrez Machat hits the three-pointer. He doesn't shoot many, but when he does shoot it, he's been on, no doubt about it. And then there is another steal by Juwan Long that made it 65-35 with 13:44 to go. And then, Coach, we're going to see a freshman, Jalen Bland, the young man from Reseda, California. He got into the game, did some good things for you too. I think he had 7 points and 4 rebounds in just a few minutes on the floor.
Yeah, he did. It was an opportunity. We were up big and had an opportunity. He hasn't played a lot this year, and had a chance to get him out in the game and get some experience.
And that's good for him. And then later on, Wilson got a slam. It was 10:16 to go, and the Racers led it 72-40. And after that, you kind of called the dogs off a little bit and got some other people in the game and did some other combinations. But, Coach, a convincing 89-65 win. And, you know, lot of people that may not know the Lipscomb program, Coach Sanderson does a good job with his team. You guys have scrimmaged them over the last couple of years. He's got a good team down there, and I see that score, and I just think, wow, you guys just played really, really good.
We did. I've got a lot of respect for Coach Sanderson, Lipscomb program. I know those guys well, know his staff well, and was worried about the basketball game. We had to have a couple good days of good preparation. We had Sunday's Memphis win, and we had to get ready to get focused, and I thought we did a great job with that.
Certainly a big week for the Racers as they are now 12-0 and ranked 22 in both the polls this week. We'll take a break and come back with more here with head coach Steve Prohm on the Racer Report.
On behalf of the Murray State Athletic Department, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Go Racers!
There's a new unstoppable force in the universe of internet speed. Introducing Warp Wave, the next generation of high-speed internet, brought to you by the masters of internet service. New Wave Communications with speeds up to 50 megs. Warp Wave takes you faster than you've ever thought possible. Be the most feared online gamer in the galaxy. Stream video with no deep space delay. Download at speeds light years ahead of the competition. Call today and surf at warp speed with the fastest internet, period.
To check out the homepage of the Murray State Racers, that's GoRacers.com, and you've got all kinds of things on there. Did you know we have a fan store? You can buy t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, everything to do with Murray State. We also have a photo store. You can go on and buy photos. And then, of course, on game day, you can watch the game through ovcsports.tv. You can listen to the game on Go Racers, and we also have live stats for all the home games. Don't forget to check out GoRacers.com. We're back here on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm, and right now we're going to go into the interview room after Thursday night's win over Lipscomb. We spoke with Ed Daniel and Isaiah Cannon.
What I've been preparing for all summer long, and just they've been trying to just take me out of it. Trying to get in me a little bit, try to get me a little bit rattled. I don't really worry about it. I keep trying to take what the defense give me. Believe in my teammates that they're gonna come through for me, just like Dante did in the Memphis game. You never know who it's gonna be each night, because a lot of teams gonna try to take me out of what we run, and I just got to keep being aggressive and keep being a leader that I've been working on so hard, and just try to keep willing my team to win.
I was just really thinking, just crash the glass, score everything around the basket, try to get every loose ball, whatever I can do just to support the team.
Some good comments there from both Ed Daniel and Isaiah Cannon. And Coach, when you talk about this team and you hear your team talk, they talk just like you do. They talk about defense, and they take a lot of pride in it.
That's been established with them. That's kind of our culture here, and that's what our program's about, and that's what our philosophy is about. And Ed and Isaiah have been part of really so far 2.5 special years, and hopefully they can finish off this third year the right way. And something I challenge those two guys on is you could be the two winningest players in the history of the Murray State basketball program. I think there's a senior class, Mike Turner and them, his group won 99 games, I think, in 4 years. And to be the winningest player at Murray State is quite an accomplishment. Yeah, and then when you think too, coming back home Thursday night, you started looking at the stats, and the Racers like 32-2 in the last 3 years on this floor, and part of that comes from having a great home court advantage, and then the other part is being able to go on the road and win in some tough places, and the Racers have certainly done that over the last couple of years. We're going to take a break here with head coach Steve Prohm on the Racer Report. We hope that you've enjoyed our Christmas greetings as we've gone along here during the Christmas season. We've been playing those as we go to the break, so we'll take another break here and come back with more with head coach Steve Prohm in just a moment.
This is Chris Hatcher and the Murray State football staff. On behalf of our team, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Go Racers!
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
There's a new unstoppable force in the universe of internet speed. Introducing Warp Wave, the next generation of high-speed internet, brought to you by the masters of internet service. New Wave Communications, with speeds up to 50 megs. Warp Wave takes you faster than you've ever thought possible. Be the most feared online gamer in the galaxy. Stream video with no deep space delay. Download at speeds light years ahead of the competition. Call today and surf at warp speed with the fastest internet, period.
Hi folks, we're back here on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm as the Racers are 12-0 and ranked this week for the first time in the ESPN USA Today Coaches Poll number 22. They were 25 last week in the Associated Press poll, and then also got a bump up in that one this week too at number 22. And Coach, maybe tell our fans, you hear from your colleagues in the business. What have your colleagues been saying to you, texting or calling since the Racers have gotten on this long winning streak?
Just that they're proud, proud of our staff, proud of our program. Really like the way we play on the defensive end of the floor, and really like what we're doing. And it's good to hear that, from other people and people you respect and admire, and even talking with Coach Kennedy and letting them give you feedback on your team. But when people talk about, hey, you're doing the right things, your team plays extremely hard, that gives you a great sense of pride as a head coach. Yeah,
I don't think you would mind me kind of bringing this up, but I remember the night when the Racers were at UAB, your former coach David Hobbs, you asked him to come not only just to watch the game, but you asked him to kind of take a look at what you were doing as a head coach. It's your first time on the sideline after all. And what did he tell you after that, and what has he told you since then?
He's been great. He's just, he's gave me my first opportunity to work with the Division I program, and he was a defensive-minded guy. I've been fortunate to be around very good defensive coaches, from even my high school coach to Coach Hobbs to then Coach Kennedy, and he was able to watch the game. That was a good feeling for me to have him there to watch that. It's as things move on through life. But he's been real supportive, just checking in, congratulating me, and, telling me, just what to focus on from a defensive standpoint, and throwing some other ideas. And some are good, some you'll use, some you just keep in the back burner in case you may need them later.
Yeah, that's right. I guess your mind is always thinking about advancing and trying to get better. And I think that's the big key of what this team's been able to do. They've always put the last game behind them and moved on to the next one.
Yeah, I just try to challenge them with just 2 words: want more. And that's just not in basketball, but life, socially, relationships, family, want the best.
Well, the Racers have certainly done a great job this season. Of course, I get all kinds of phone calls and texts from people I know in the media just going, what are the Racers doing down there? I said, well, they just keep winning games. So the Racers are 12-0 as we sit here today, and we're going to take another break and come back and wrap it up here with head coach Steve Prohm on the Racer Report.
This is Jay Pyron and Randy Wilson from Murray State Softball. Just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
New Wave Advantage number 17, the area's fastest internet. This is Nicole. She wants to watch her favorite YouTube video. Not so fast, Nicole. Her slow DSL connection means downloading takes forever. Nicole's tired of waiting, so she's switching to New Wave. New Wave has the area's fastest internet, up to 10 times faster than DSL. Now Nicole can surf, download photos, and stream videos faster than ever before, without the wait. Thanks to New Wave. Blazing fast internet, another New Wave advantage. Call today.
For more than 30 years, the NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision has helped athletes achieve their dreams. The dream of playing football and hearing the home crowd cheer time after time. The dream of competing for a national championship. The dream of an excellent education. The dream of becoming a leader. And the dream of playing the right way with sportsmanship. NCAA Division I Football. It's not a dream. Come see for yourself.
And we're back here on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm, ready to wrap it up on this week's show. We want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we will have a show next week with Alan Ward, our Director of Athletics, and also Rob Cross from the Murray State women's team. And then we'll catch up with Steve and his staff on the week of New Year's, and you'll get a chance to meet the other assistant coaches. So we'll look forward to that, Coach. And but right now I just wanted to talk about the elite company that Murray State is in. There are 7 undefeated teams left. There's 2 from the Big 12, Baylor and Missouri. There's 3 from the Big East, Syracuse, Louisville, and Marquette. There's 1 from the Big 10, Indiana, and then there's Murray State from the OVC. Murray State, for the last couple of weeks, has been the only mid-major left in the undefeated ranks since Creighton lost a game. And I know, Coach, you're not worried about what's in the past. You're worried about the next game. But this has been just a remarkable run against what we were talking about, just such a tough schedule. I mean, it was brutal when you started looking at it at the beginning of the season.
Well, it's, you didn't know how the season was going to progress. I know we had tough games, Dayton, Memphis,
the Morgan State game scared me.
Matchup, Morgan State, and people don't realize how good Morgan State is.
Yeah.
They haven't played a home game up until the other day since we played them. They've been on the road, playing some guarantee games and road games. So, but when you look at a quality win against Southern Miss, who beat Ole Miss this past weekend. When you look at a win against Memphis, who's going to continue to get better and better, almost beat Louisville the other day at Louisville, tie game 3 minutes to go. You look at Dayton, we beat Dayton, and they go beat Alabama, and they've beaten Minnesota. So very proud of where we are at right now, and very proud to be in the company of those very good programs. When you talk about Indiana, Marquette, and Missouri, Baylor. I mean, there's some very good programs in there, and Syracuse, and then Louisville, and Coach Pitino and the job he does. So that's a great honor for us. But now the non-conference part's over, and we got to start winning games in conference.
Interesting about that, those 7 undefeated teams, the Racers have played 5 true road games so far this season. Those other 6 teams combined have only played 7 true road games. So the Racers have not only played great to get to 12-0, but they've done it winning at some very, very tough places. So, Coach, the next time we catch up with you, it'll be 2012. We'll be full blast into the OVC season. It's going to be big. It's going to be a battle. It always is.
Yeah, once you get into conference play, you wipe the schedules clean, records clean. You got to go prepare and play every day to be great, and that's our goal, to win another OVC championship.
Well, if the Racers can do it, it'll be 3 in a row, and we'll be here rooting for Coach Prohm and the Racers all the way. So thanks for stopping by, Coach.
Thanks so much. Merry Christmas to everybody and all you Racer fans out there.
Okay, same here, and we'll see you next time on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. We'll see you next time.
Hey, this is Steve Prohm, the men's basketball coach here at Murray State, with my basketball staff, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Go Racers!